Hopefully everyone's having a great morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on wherever you're tuning in the world. My name is EQ and welcome to the Stonkaholic Space Station. On this video, we're going to be going over Near Protocol. This is a project that I believe has a right to be in the top 15 projects. But before we get into all of that, if you could take a second to throw a like on this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, go check out our Discord and our Premium Accelerator program, that would all be greatly appreciated. And without further ado, let's get this intro rolling. So Near Protocol is currently ranked number 24 on CoinMarketCap, sitting at $14.66 per coin. It's a coin because it's a layer 1 solution. It is its own blockchain and ecosystem, but it does have a contract through the Binance Smart Chain. Yes, this does have an $8 billion market cap, so I wouldn't consider this a gem by any means. But this is one that I would highly consider as a long-term play. We do talk about a lot that 90% or 95% of all cryptos will not exist in the next 10 years. This is one of those that I think, however, could be on that list and could last with longevity. The vision is great, the project is great, what they offer is great, their backing is great, the companies they work with are huge, and they have a lot of popular utility within the ecosystems as well. So if you want to put this with the bigger projects like an AVAX or a Solana or one of these other ecosystems, an $8 billion market cap is really not that much. Now, really what this is a community-run cloud computing platform. You can reimagine your world through simple, secure, and scalable technology. Near empowers millions to invent and explore new experiences. Business, creativity, and community are being reimagined for a more sustainable and inclusive future. They're already working with deadmau5, mint-based hackathons, doing things like that to ensure the security of the project. It's similar to what Chainlink does with their hackathons. They basically try to pay people, and they're willing to pay you if you can hack their system, and that helps with their security. And if you are able to hack it, a lot of times they'll hire you as well and pay you a really nice salary. We like to call those ethical hackers. The creator economy requires robust infrastructure, including a set of intuitive developer tools, an engaged and decentralized community. Near eliminates the barrier to Web3 adoption with high speeds, low fees, and progressive UX. Near's climate-neutral blockchain is ready for explosive growth, which means that it does not leave a carbon footprint. Near Protocol also works with Ethereum, Polkadot, Cosmos, and more, which allows for the free flow of assets and communication between networks for the betterment of all. And that means it's chain agnostic, it's interoperable, whatever word you want to use. This is going to be the future of crypto. We talk about it a lot on this channel. So whether you actually want to build as a developer, if you want to grow as a business or a partner, or if you want to belong and just get into the DAO system and just own some tokens, there is a spot for you within the Near Protocol system. Or what they call it is the Near Foundation. The Near Foundation is the literal foundational platform. The Near Foundation is the literal foundation for this network and protocol. Now, NF is a kind of organization that helped launch both technological pattern. The Near Foundation, or NF, is a unique kind of organization. It helped launch a technological platform with the protocol and then the ecosystem behind it. The foundation is a Swiss-based nonprofit, non-beneficiary organization that uses the power of its financial and operational resources to support the same mission as the overall Near Collective, which is a grouping of all active participants to make up and drive the Near ecosystem. As a whole, their mission is to accelerate the world's transition to open technologies by growing and enabling a community of developers and creators. I love all of this because this means they have long-term visions, long-term goals, and they're really aiming for fucking Pluto on this one. A self-sufficient ecosystem of creators, developers, entrepreneurs, community members, and token holders whose collaborative efforts make the Near ecosystem the best place to build massively impactful projects in the open web. Near needs to have the best ecosystem level clarity. They need to have the best onboarding process. They need to have the best founder experience. They need to have the best developer experience. They need to have the best go-to-market support. And they're going to use NFs. And NF's goal is to accomplish all of these indirectly, so rather than operating in the ecosystem as an active participant, wherever possible, it will make sure the vision is realized by other members of the community, so everyone's going to get a nice little cut and piece. And for the project, for them to see success, it comes down to adoption, that the platform and its underlying protocol are in active use by a huge number of people and businesses around the world. That's when they'll consider themselves successful. While there are many ways to measure this, the most straightforward three, which can be used to determine success in the next 18 months on the Near ecosystem, are going to be based on economic activity, supporting of the highest total market cap of the projects, and host the most active users of any other blockchain-based ecosystem. So at this point, they might even be shooting out of the galaxy, which is amazing. It's what I love to see. The Near token's economy is built around the Near token. It's a unit of value on the platform that enables token holders to use applications on Near, participate in the network governance, and earn token rewards by staking to the network. It's a fully operational, open source blockchain that's designed from the ground up to give builders the best tools to create a scalable application that real world people can actually use and want to use. Now, the Near token can be used by apps and users, similar to other blockchains like Ethereum. It's used to pay for transactions by users of apps, which are used to build on top of the Near platform. These apps can be anything from new DeFi protocols to NFT marketplaces to everyday games. The nodes which run the network are compensated by block rewards. Token holders of any size can stake by lending their own tokens to a validating pool and earn these rewards by helping to secure the network. Similar to other blockchains, Near tokens are linked to accounts that are secured by private keys. If you bought Near on exchange, they'll hold it for you. If you send it through a Near job, it'll be through a Near wallet. If you want to earn rewards for Near, you can either stake it or you can run a validator, whichever one is more compatible and suitable for your needs. Even with the use cases, they are just scratching the surface of what the technology can do. As of now, you have a decentralized finance system, non-fungible tokens, and decentralized autonomous orgs or DAOs. And this list is going to continue to move as this ecosystem grows. Keep in mind, this is a very, very young ecosystem as well. There's not too many utilities on it. So if you're looking at like a crypto.com, for example, a Crow, and you see how well they've been performing and doing, they have a really high market cap already. So if Near can do anything like that and create an ecosystem and a network that people actually want to use and to be a part of long term, they can have very near success as a project like that. And if you want to know who is building Near, it's built by a global world-class cross-organizational group of contributors, which is the Near Collective. The teams are creating the technical groundwork for the applications and companies of the future while solving some of the world's hardest problems that exist in decentralized and distributed systems. So they have a bunch of champion coders on their team. They have people that are well vetted that work with big companies like Google, Microsoft, Facebook, Niantic, Pokemon, Envision, Logitech. And they're crypto connected, so based on their funding, they have A16Z, Pantera, Coinbase, Metastable, Fabric, Electric, Dragonfly. There's a lot of big names, and there's even more. They're not even listing all of the actual VC money that's involved in this project. And at the end of the day, it's the ecosystem values that hold them higher than a lot of these other projects. They have unshameably high standards, and they're looking for people at the top of their game who share those values of building a future that is open, inclusive, and fair. So they're building technology that has never been seen before. They learn each day and build on new knowledge as they go, aka open source. Creating the infrastructure of the new web requires figuring out novel solutions to an endless array of challenging problems, which is very true. The best ideas come when teams support and encourage each other 100%. They look for positive thinkers to problem solve, not put up blockers. And then finally, teams and organizations live and die by their ability to keep everyone moving in the same direction. So there's a ton of potential when you're looking into a project like Near, especially if you're looking to a long term. And the fun part about Near is that, yeah, it has pumped. If you look at the charts, it's been doing really well. It is potentially going to be testing all-time highs again. But with that in mind, besides this bull flag that we're seeing, if we wanted to break out, if we did want to pull down on the bottom side of this, we could see a couple of areas of nice pullback. $12 would be the first DCA range for me. $11 would be range number 2. And if we see this money value of $78.60 around $10, that would be incredible. Now, that's not as likely based on what Near's been doing, but I will be very happy based on what the market is giving us as well and what Bitcoin has been doing the last couple weeks. I'll be very happy to get a buying an opportunity in this general area. Now, this isn't financial advice. This is just what I'm looking at and what I'm doing. I'm not even potentially going to be going in and buying at this moment. This is just an area where I'll start to consider if I want to start buying it or not. And even with the technicals, we did get a little pullback on volume, even though volume didn't even come in that hot. If volume wants to start to come back in, we could see this push back up. The technicals are flatlining and staying over the 50 on the RSI, so that is bullish. Your fast stochastic is just a little bit under the RSI, but it's still holding the 50. Even if it want to impulse up, you could get a nice little move, but at the same time, we are hitting a resistance on the RSI, so if this wants to pull down on the fast stochastic, the RSI could start to come down. We might see some divergences and things like that. You're starting to see a little bit of a divergence right now in the VFI just because this is signaling a bull move, but your divergence on your VFI is signaling a bear move. And you're relatively overbought on the slow stochastic as well, so this has plenty of room to drop. And same with the MACD, you're relatively overbought, and you can see that we're starting to gap a little bit from the candles and the actual lines. And this is a stochastic as well. So all in all, we are sitting in that 50-50 area. We do want to wait for a little more confirmation to decide which way this actually wants to move, since we are still in a highly volatile area. But we are still sitting in a bull pennant, so it is likely that we could break on the top side and find support. But it is also likely, based on market conditions and what Bitcoin wants to do, that we could pull down. Even sitting at a 50 is based on a continuation pattern, and even going down to one of these is going to be very healthy retracement. The only time I'd necessarily be worried is seeing anything down under into like the $9 or $8 area. That would be into correction land, and when you're in correction land, you might want to start to resurface and reevaluate your plan and your strategy. Now this is going to wrap up the video on NEAR. If you didn't get a chance to before, please throw a like on this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, go check out our Discord and our Premium Accelerator program. Hopefully you have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on wherever you're watching this in the world, and we'll catch you on the next one.